Hello, my name is Destiny Divine J. Polk. I am the founder of art activist platform Radical Black Girl. I'm a professional dancer, choreographer, performance artist, and teacher, and advocate for youth, Black people, women, and all around just a creative collaborator and artist. I have to shout out that we just had a extremely successful Juneteenth Cultural Arts Festival in Acres Home on Monday, June 19th. I have to say that has probably been my biggest accomplishment since I've been in Houston. And it just makes sense. It makes sense for who I am. It makes sense for what I stand for, to be in one of the oldest Black settlements in the South, Acres Home, that has a history and a legacy of Black ownership and a sustainable community of business that we're actively working on repairing and bringing that legacy back. But I was a major organizer as a part of that festival. Um, I was a co-organizer and a sponsor. So I put together the whole artistic lineup, getting local and some Grammy nominated artists from the community to be on the lineup. Just it pushed me to get out of any type of imposter syndrome because you don't have time to doubt yourself when you've got a whole festival on the line. So from getting sponsorship packages out to, calling radio stations, having interviews, getting as many people involved as possible just for the day to come and, see the community out there, to be able to give community awards to local leaders, calling Sheila Jackson Lee's office, our congresswoman, and asking them, can you help us award people in the community by giving them official congressional certificates, and them being willing to do that, So I would say that even though it's a partnership that was not hosted by Radical Black Girl alone, I was definitely behind the scenes and on stage, and very much a part of the whole thing. So I would say that is probably the most recent and biggest initiative that I've worked on in Houston. What has Black Houston taught me? I would say, once again, that Black Houston has taught me that it's not easy to be self-made, but it definitely is possible. And I see Houston as, like we were talking about, as fertile soil. And there are definitely institutions and organizations and spaces that already exist, that already serve Black people, that are open, willing, and asking for support and for people to get involved. And at the same time, there's still space for you to come and create your own lane. So I would say Black Houston has taught me, when it's your time to show up, you need to show up. There's always something going on. So yes, sometimes you can feel FOMO, for the fear of missing out. Oh, I can't be 5 places at the same time, you know? Um, but yeah, I would say Black Houston has taught me to show up and speak up. Because if you don't show up, people are not going to know you. And if you don't speak up, people are not going to know what you're about, what you represent, or what you may need. And what I've seen for the most part is, and what I've experienced is, all it takes is a conversation. A conversation, pure intentions, and follow up is important. And that's definitely something that I've had to learn over time, is when you get that connection, don't drop the ball. Follow up, maintain that relationship, because you never know where it's going to take you. The difference in Houston is I moved to a city that has a Black mayor who is a real person. Shout out to Sylvester Turner, who actually shows up, who actually cares, who actually supports. Is he's just accessible. And I've been able to build real relationships with our state representatives, Jarvis Johnson, Sheila Jackson Lee. These are people who I can actually talk to. I can reach them, and we can talk about real issues and solutions. Same as, city council people and the people who are running for office, for judges. And it just, I'm getting tingles, because I feel like I did have to learn and I did have to heal, from being so young and throwing myself into a political fight that I didn't have all of the protection for. And so my approach to being a young activist and artist in Houston is to build trust and to find my people across the city. So me being in my third year almost of being, or getting to my third year of being here, I've worked at different Black community centers in different parts of the city. I've worked at the Shape Center in Third Ward. I've worked at the Black Store in Sunnyside. I currently work with the Acres Home Chamber of Business and Economic Development. I've worked with Exchange to Change, a sustainable fashion and community and arts institution that is Black owned in Third Ward as well. So, and still building. Like, I could keep naming Black institutions that I'm becoming a part of their family, and they're becoming a part of mine.